Alright guys, let's talk Elden Ring. So initially, I wasn't going to make an Elden Ring video from this perspective. Which perspective am I talking about? Well, my precious sweaters, the perspective of a brand new player in the Souls-like genre. I did post some of my gameplay and show you parts of what I go through, mostly highlights if you can call them that.
I'm fighting hands, bruh! They're literally throwing hands. That's amazing.
But not really in a thoroughly planned scripted format video. But then Elden Ring won Game of the Year, but even more importantly, I started enjoying the game a lot more than I thought I would. I also want to mention that I have played about 5 hours of Bloodborne like 6 years ago without even knowing what a Souls-like game was, or that it was made by the same people that created Dark Souls. All I knew about Dark Souls was that they were some medieval, hard as fuck games that I did not want to play. As for Bloodborne, I kind of just gave up cause I was weak and immature, and I deeply regret it. But actually not really, because at least now I can go back and experience them all if and when I want to. So hold on to dear life, pop a soda or whatever makes you feel cozy, and get ready for the shit show that is my experience as a first time player of any Souls-like game that started in 2022 and has stretched over to 2023 and is still ongoing. I will warn you, my brain was running on like 2 hamsters to keep something going. And the first recordings of my gameplay were on my computer where I didn't have an external hard drive. So for me to be able to record all this content for you, my beautiful viewers, I needed to delete the old ones. The rest, of course, will be my more recent recordings from me being around level 70, having about 50 to 60 hours put in the game ever since I have acquired an external hard drive. But my thoughts and opinions will also include the beginning of the game a little, but mostly on the whole experience itself without yet having completed this victimizing universe. And with that out of the way, let's get on with part 1 of the journey. For the noobs, Elden Ring is a Souls-like game, which means it's challenging. Don't expect any hand-holding. This is a massive world meant for the player to explore and discover. So expect the unexpected and be ready to miss out on stuff that was hidden because the game isn't scared to not show you everything if you're undeserving of it. Trust me, I'm like 55 hours in and even I don't know many things yet. The moment you start the game, they kill you. They then drop you in this beautiful looking open world and you begin your quest to, well, just go see shit. Fuck around. Find sites of grace and find the path. It's amazing how it'll slowly unravel before you. So from what I understand, this game is just like any other Dark Souls game, but in an open world. It has taken most of what's good in any From Software game and merged them together. Of course, I'd like to say that with pride as an avid player of these types of games, but I can't. Therefore, I won't. So what do you get when a brand new player comes in with no experience? Well, dog water. But undrank dog water. Pure, clean, messy, soulsy, I guess? So my dumbass has been rotating between League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant for the last 2.5 years. With the occasional Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, and other single-player games. But most of the time, my investment in video games has been in the competitive aspect, where world and environment aren't part of the big focus. Elden Ring, on the other hand, is straight up beautiful. The sky, the ground, the buildings, the castles, all look amazing. A good way to describe them would be beautifully dark. Even the places that are more lit and warm still give off a dense and off-putting vibe, in a good way. The enemies, don't get me started on the enemies. Even small fries as basic as these that take 2 or 3 hits from my Uchigatana to cease existing are beautifully crafted and thought out. They really live in this world. Till I come along at least. And let's not forget that I haven't discovered everything yet because it's huge, but not fetch questy. It really lets you explore randomly without expectations. You see something? You want to investigate it? Well, go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you. Well, somebody might, but just kill him or go get stronger and come back and kill them afterwards. Fucking easy. The way the mountains and cliffs are placed looks so natural, but at the same time, it feels like you're reading a book. Wait, what? I mean, feels like you're watching a movie. It makes you feel like nothing's planned, but at the same time, you know that in reality, it is planned. And that's why it's a masterpiece. It's planned perfectly.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
How even when you see a big enemy, he's just surrounded by other small ones, but in an intimidating way instead of like annoying. Now look, for me the fighting started out as wanting to be some sort of a spellblade. As a result of that, I started putting points in intelligence and dexterity. But for some reason, ever since I got the Uchigatana, I've been using my int just for scholar's armament. So I left the stat at 24, and I always change from my staff back to my shield that protects 100% of physical damage and just play with my enchanted weapon. I do want to discover more spells though and just see what I can do, because honestly they look fun. I think the combat in this game is very good. It's dynamic, heavy and light at the same time, and also very stressful but rewarding.
Oh wait, what the fuck?
No,
Hey
no,
yo,
no,
hold
no.
up! What the fuck?
I love the roll mechanic and how you don't really have combos like in a 1v1 fighter game, but if you use your brain, abilities, right, you can connect your attacks, dodges and parries perfectly and clap some fat juicy cheeks.
There we go, easy claps, boys, patience, patience.
And sometimes just cheese and spam some enemies. But the biggest thing that I love about the combat is the boss's movesets. You can learn them, calculate and plan your options because they're all actually different from one another. After any hard boss that you kill, you just feel good about yourself. You feel like a better fighter and just an overall better player.
Go, easy, so easy, so easy. It's literally so easy, I told you guys.
Now I know that I'm not good, but I think that's obvious at this point because I just keep dying and dying and dying. Like, look at this.
Well, it's because I'm kind of able to understand his moves. It's always like a delay, so it's always like a... Oh. What the fuck is happening?
I died to him, right? Came back and died again. I died to them. Got my souls, like my helpers, the archer guys. Came back, died again.
Fuck! Yo, I was trying so hard, man. Crucible Knight is a bitch.
And died again. And I died to this cliff.
What the fuck?
I died to everything. I just keep dying. But it's fine. We come back, baby. We come back stronger. And that's exactly the point. This game... Oh. But the one thing that I also love about this game is that it rewards me for my effort and inspection of the enemy. So that makes me a very happy customer. Now the music. Wow. Straight from the get-go, it starts out loud and puts you in the mood. Every time I load up the game, ready or not, The game just puts me into its whole vibe. Whenever you're just out and about, the music captivates you. And especially in boss fight. Oh my god. It's amazing. I just feel so good when stuff like this is playing. That intense, climatic music just gives you a rush of adrenaline. The only time I can remember another game doing this off the top of my head is like God of War. And I know there's other games, but I just don't remember them now. And they're just so good. Now let's move on to the meat and bones, the difficulty. Overall, this game is very challenging. Emphasis on the challenging. But I have heard that it's an easy game compared to other projects that From Software has released because of the freedom that you're given and the less linear path ahead of you. Meaning that you can really explore places, and then when you get to where you need to get or just where you haven't been yet, the fights are a bit too easy. Oh man, that's too easy! But even then, fighting Margit or anybody else, I feel like the bosses have a brain, an actual understanding of who you are and how you fight. They aren't just some big meatheads swinging their weapons with no regard to how you might react. Now, I'm not a hardcore challenge guy, so I do use spirits, as you have seen. But mainly these two archers that take the attention of the boss away from me, cause I just can't get good. But you want to know my honest opinion? Well, you clicked on this shit and burned your eyes and ears through this whole thing, so you don't have the choice. But it's that I don't care. It doesn't bother me. If I didn't 100% complete the game by the time I'm done, or that I didn't kill all the enemies in the hardest ways, or even the typical good player way, it doesn't bother me. I'm doing it my way, and until now, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, which makes me want to play Sekiro and Bloodborne and other From Software games, which I think is a mission accomplished for them and a money well spent from me. But I don't know if I mentioned it, there is a lot of dying in this game. And as I said, it's nice. It legit just motivates me to play more and get better. Just expect a lot of these, especially if you're a noob like me, because it is still part of the difficulty of the game, right? So overall, this game is teaching me that I can overcome any enemy, whether by brute strength or by tactical ways. I can go at the hurdles head on or by taking some time to prepare and then come back. But in both cases, the hurdles are surpassable. Yes! Yes, bitch! How much? Enemy failed, what's up? What's up, bitch? 80 fucking thousand, let's go! And the journey of Kenats is ongoing. I love this. Finding a new dungeon just gives me such a good feeling. I feel like an archaeologist that also fights, but in a medieval setting. It leaves me hopeless at times, but ironically also manages to teach me about faith and tenacity and how they can pay off. It's genuinely fun, and I recommend this game to any noob or experienced player even. If you're someone who has never played games like this, think of why it won Game of the Year. It wouldn't if it was only a game made for hardcore fans. So tell yourself that just like me, you too have a shot. Thanks for watching, subscribe, like, comment to support me in my growth, and for me to be able to give more content to you guys. I stream over on Twitch, so don't forget to check that out, as well as sharing this video with a friend that needs to see this video to maybe start playing your favorite game. And on that note, get out!